Namo Amitabha Buddha. Hello everyone. So in this video, I feel like talking about the true meaning of non-attachment. So in Buddhism, we talk about non-attachment a lot. And in the past, I thought this really sounded like a negative concept. Why does Buddha keep talking about non-attachment? Does he want us to not have anything, to not do anything, to abandon everything? So this was how in the past I really misunderstood non-attachment as a really passive lifestyle, perhaps a passive attitude. But that is not really the real meaning of non-attachment. So what is the real meaning of non-attachment? Non-attachment really refers to a state of mind. It's like an attitude. It's not like we can't possess anything, but rather we can possess as long as we are not attached to it. So what does it mean? So for instance, if the thing gets lost for whatever reason, then it's also fine. Whether we have or not have, there should be no difference. So that is what non-attachment actually means. And even if we have, we are also not attached to having. Because all is temporary, all is impermanent. If we become attached, then we have to suffer. So Buddha really teaches the middle path, not the extreme path. So non-attachment doesn't mean not to have anything, to abandon all. That's exactly another form of attachment. Attachment to non-doing, to nothingness, is also an attachment. So after Buddha realized enlightenment after sitting under the Bodhi tree for 49 days, did we see the Buddha not doing anything? No, the Buddha was extremely positive and established the Sangha, so the community, and taught tirelessly for the rest of his life for 45 years, or some say 49 years. So we could really see that for enlightened beings, it doesn't mean that they don't do anything. In fact, they do. But they're also not attached to what they're doing. So Buddha would not be upset even if when he spread the Dharma, no one listened. There would be no difference whether 1,000 people were there or just one person was there. So in the sutra, sometimes we also see the Buddha would just share the Dharma to one person. Or sometimes we see like thousands of millions of beings are there. So to the Buddha, there is no difference. So that is what we call non-attachment. And another example, for instance, when I'm here sharing about Buddhism on YouTube, I also can't be attached to the result of the action or even the action itself. I can't be attached to whether people might like or not like, subscribe or not subscribe, people's comments on why this person says this. If I become attached to all this, then it will also disturb my mind and it will also make me suffer, which is perhaps contrary to the reason or purpose of why I want to share the Dharma here in the first place. Of course, ordinary people like us, we may not be so perfect in our perfection of non-attachment. So sometimes or a lot of times we may be attached. But practicing Nianfo can really help us to transform this attachment, just to transform the attachment to whatever phenomena, whatever circumstances, or whatever people to the name of Amitabha Buddha. The practice of Nianfo is tremendously practical, tremendously useful in helping us to transform our attachment. So when we become non-attached, then we're not affected by anything. So in the Diamond Sutra, the Buddha told Shiputi, who was one of his senior disciples, who was known as foremost in Prajnaparamita, the wisdom of shunyata, of emptiness. Shiputi, all great bodhisattvas should give rise to the purity of mind in this way. They should not give rise to a mind that abides in form. They should not give rise to a mind that abides in sound, smell, taste, touch, or dharmas, which means phenomena. They should give rise to a mind that does not abide in anything. So non-abiding means non-attachment. So a real bodhisattva should not be attached. The same attitude applies when a bodhisattva performs the 6 parameters, the 6 perfections, such as the perfection of giving, of cultivating generosity. So in the Diamond Sutra, the Buddha also says, a bodhisattva should give without abiding in anything. Moreover, Shiputi, Within this phenomenal world, a bodhisattva should practice giving without abiding in anything. This means that he should not give while abiding in form, nor should he give while abiding in sound, smell, taste, touch, or dharmas. Subhuti, a bodhisattva should not give while abiding in any notion whatsoever. And why is this? If a bodhisattva gives without abiding in any notion whatsoever, then his merit will be immeasurable. Of course, the bodhisattva will also not be attached to any merit or even the concept of merit. And because of this attitude of non-attachment, of non-abiding, the bodhisattva actually gains immeasurable merit. So the mind of the bodhisattva would not think that, oh, I give so much, I'm so generous, I'm such an amazing bodhisattva. So this kind of thoughts will not be in the mind of the real bodhisattva. A bodhisattva would just simply give. It's just in a natural state when one has generated the bodhicitta, the body heart, and compassion arises, and one will just give naturally. But one will also not be attached to the result of giving. One just simply performs with the mind that is non-abiding in anything. That is actually the true meaning of non-attachment, to be in the middle, to not be attached to doing nor non-doing. And in the end, one is not even attached to this concept of non-attachment. Everything is just as it is. So it's really the middle path. It's not annihilation. It's not nothingness. It's not non-doing. So non-attachment is really not passive at all. Rather, it's extremely positive. Think about it. If a person can really perform actions from the state of non-attachment, from this mind that is not abiding in anything, then of course this person can excel in whatever he or she might do, because the heart is unconstrained by anything. But then the heart is also in the present, so one can perform well. But because one is not attached to the result of the action and also the action itself, so it becomes really efficient and effective. For us ordinary minds, once we've done something, we might overthink about things, and this really drain a lot of energy in our mind. Whereas the bodhisattvas, when they perform, they just perform the action as it is, and after, when it's done, then it's done. And that is why we see the Buddhas and bodhisattvas are always so at ease and so at peace, and they can really perform so many good deeds without being tired at all. Like Guan Yin, we never see Guan Yin gets tired, despite she's really been helping us for countless eons. And we never see Amitabha Buddha gets tired. We never see Shakyamuni Buddha gets tired. One simply just performs out of this pure heart, this state of mind of non-abiding and non-attachment and non-separation. One just treats everything as it is. And that is really the spirit that we should learn from the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Amituofo.